last month, we had a concern that was raised at the board meeting regarding food and snack. And what I gathered from it was whether or not our students were going throughout the course of the day being hungry. Let me first start by saying that as a division, we provide all students free breakfast. Well, not all students. In our 24 CEP schools, all students receive free breakfast and free lunch. Lunch is made accessible to all students, as well as breakfast. Except for one school, which we're working on, students have access to hot breakfast every single day, as well as hot and or cold lunch. So when this question was raised, it kind of gave me some pause and raised some questions for me, so I wanted to go ahead and get some data from the principals. Because one thing I'm always going to say is I'm going to let the data drive my decisions. So tonight, I'm going to share with you a couple of things. We wanted to determine not just about snacks, but we wanted to talk a little bit about weekend food bags, because that's a big thing in our district. And we wanted to talk about school pantries, because we have a lot of schools that are doing great things. So I wanted to get a pulse from our principals to see where we are. So I gave them a survey along with my staff during the first initial meeting they had on August 28th. And we asked a couple of questions. The first one is, does your school currently receive donations for a school pantry, classroom snacks, or weekend food bags? And as you can see, we had 31 out of our 32 sites, but really everyone responded. And as you could see, 87% said yes, that they have either school pantry, classroom snacks, or weekend food bags. We had 12% said no. So then we said, okay, well, if you have donations, kind of give us a little bit of idea. We had about 27 responses, and about 44% really focus on school pantries. 63% was on snacks. 88%, almost 89%, weekend food bags, and as you could see, the rest. I put a note at the bottom. We had 4 responses in terms of donation to support students in need, particularly our homeless students from McKinney-Vento. Weekend food bags, but the need is greater, as we have seen across the division. And so that's something that we have to kind of think about a little bit. So here is what I think is probably the most important piece of this presentation. Because what I heard last month was that we have some of our parents, organizations, who really are very much involved in snack and food donations. But the reality is that there is more than just one, or even 2, or 3. As you could see, and I saw this on the first day when I visited schools, when I saw churches, community members, parents bringing supplies and backpacks and food to our school while I was doing my visit. So this is just give you a list of some of the organizations who provide donations to our school. We asked the question, do you feel more assistance is needed? And 60% says no. So, I'm sorry, 60% said yes, that they need more assistance, and 40% said we're good. We don't need any assistance. We are good. And then if yes, what do you need? 68% said the pantry, 84% said snacks, 47% said weekend food. We have 2 schools who would like to reestablish a school pantry because they have a need for items such as socks and underwear in their clinics, which a lot of times we know that parents sometimes donate those things to our schools or organizations once in a while. We also said, well, okay, well, share school level, your efforts, other things such as canned food drives or ideas to address food insecurity. And here's what we learned. What is the SGA? What is the Thanksgiving school drive to the social workers working in our school community? Those are all examples of efforts in our school division. So what we've done is really to try to categorize and look at our schools and figure out what their needs are. So we are more targeted. As you could see, school pantry, we have a list of schools who said, hey, we would like to establish or continue to establish it or build it. Snacks in the middle, weekend food bags, and we had one other school who talked really about needing clinic supplies. So here's what we've done. The website link at the bottom takes you directly to our school website. And what we've done is we've allowed the public to be able to support those schools. As a principal, if I need, and I'm just going to go and I'm going to pick a school such as Cortland Elementary, and I feel we need to have some food in our food pantry, but we are good with snacks. A parent, a community member, an organization, as you saw from the previous slides, anyone could work directly with that principal to make sure that they're helping them with what they need. This exact slide will be put on our school website so people know how to donate directly to the school. Because here's what we don't want to do, is to be able to put the narrative that we need those things and we need to send it to central office, because then I have to find a way to get it to the schools. So we want the community, the businesses, whoever would like to donate, to work directly with the schools and the school principals. And the principals already know, and they're willing and able and ready to accept any donations from the public. The second thing that we're going to ask, and we're going to do this in a little bit, is if we have big bulk donations, then we want that to come through Renee's office. She will work with Mr. Forrest and our maintenance office workers to get it to the warehouse. And then what we'll do is to have the counselors, the social workers, come and get what they need for their schools. Similar to what we do with Stuff the Bus. So then, again, we've gotten some donations. Our grant writer, as you heard earlier, working very diligently on trying to find ways to support these programs at our schools. We are seeking the grants for holiday assistance. And as you could see, this month, we got $11,000 from Giant to support any of those programs as we see it fit. Typically, what we've done in the past, and we'll do it again, since we have some schools who are not CEP, we're going to support the school meal debt with that $11,000, because we know that some parents may not pay their school lunch debt, but we're still responsible for paying it. And instead of inundating schools and depleting their budget, we're going to use that donation to help supplement it. And again, we are very thankful for our partners, and please look on our website and you're going to see how to support our schools. So I bring this to you every time it's said in this audience. When a concern is come to my attention, I'm going to address it the following week. My cabinet knows that. The first thing I start with them the following week is those things that are brought forth to the board. We try to put a plan in place, and I'm going to continue to do that throughout the course of the year. Thank you.